Whew, okay. All right, so before we go to example number 2 here, let's just look a little bit back in our notes and look at this new definition. Oh, we'll get to the word. So, we'll give you little hints along the way. Okay. So, when we have arrangements of a number of objects and a number of them we want to arrange, it's called a permutation. So, for example, if you had, what we have is our first example off to the side here. Whoa. 8 students competing in a race. How many ways can they finish first, second, and third? Well, using our old strategies of figuring this out, how many decisions need to be made? 3 decisions, so there'll be 3 spaces. Decision 1 is who comes in first. How many possibilities, how many choices are there? 8. And then 7, and then 6. So for the most part, we are still going to solve almost all of our permutation questions with spaces because it makes sense and it's easy to do. So this is first, this is second, this is third, and when we multiply them out, we get 336. But there's also permutation notation, which you have on your calculator. And the way that that notation works for this example looks like this, 8p3. You're going to find this on your calculator as well. You're going to find out how to type it in, so you get 336. But the 8 stands for your total number of choices. And the 3 stands for your number of spaces. Now, on the previous page, it shows you the formula, and this formula is on your formula sheet, that NPR is n factorial over n minus r factorial. Anybody figured out the name of the tree yet with all 5 vowels? No? I gave you the first 2 letters. The next letter is the next consonant. So once I give you that one, then you just have to rearrange the vowels. Okay, so with 8p3, according to the formula says it should be 8 factorial over 8 minus 3 factorial. Well, if you write that out, that's 8 factorial over 5 factorial. Now, to simplify factorials, what you do is you look and say, which number is bigger, the 8 or the 5? Obviously, the 8. And you expand it, so 8 factorial is 8 times 7 times 6 times, and when you get to 5, you can say, oh, look at that. What's going to happen with the rest of them? They're all going to cancel out. And so you get 8 times 7 times 6, which matches up with our 3 spaces that went 8 times 7 times 6. Did everybody find the NPR button on your calculator? Did you figure out how to use it? So you have to put 8 first, right? So we go 8, and then go to math, and the same place in probability where you had the factorial, you can go to NPR. And the 8 automatically gets put in, and then you can put 3, and you'll get 336. These buttons are also can be found in your shortcuts. So if you go alpha y equals, you can go over to functions, and number 7 has NPR, 8 has NCR, which we'll learn later, and 9 has your factorial button. Someone figured out the tree? The sequoia tree. has all 5 vowels. Now I can't think of one right now. But I know they exist. The same thing, where you have all 5 vowels only once that appear in a word, and they are in alphabetical order. Try and find a word. I don't know. I can't remember it, but I know there exists one. I think maybe there doesn't. That could cause you to have hours of painful mind thinking. Okay. Try different things. So question number 2, the questions you can do are 4, 6, 7, and 8.